All right. So I made some announcements today. We pretty much have the most stacked 155-pound EBI rules bracket that I have seen in a long fucking time. So up here, you should see links for ticket sales for both the qualifier and the professional event. 1 second. Sorry, I'm sharing this on my personal. So, as you can see, the qualifier is going to be July 18th. I was going to do the 25th, but we have Grappling Industries in Tampa, and I want to support those guys. I love Aguzzi, and it's great seeing them come back and do the events. So, I really wanted to support. So, we're doing July 18th. $50 registration fee. Winner gets that final spot in the 155-pound division of Sapateiro. I got to say, this isn't hyperbole. The winner of this division is pretty much consensus the best 155-pound division or 155-pound competitor under EBI rules in the world. I mean, the list is already insane. And the number of people I told that they have to do the qualifier is crazy. It's fucking insane. I'm going to make Facebook events for this, so you guys will be invited to the Facebook event. But if you want to secure your tickets now before I make the event, links are above. I'm only doing 50 tickets, spectator tickets for each event. I'm doing them at my school. I've been renovating my school to make things very professional, kind of like that on an invitational look, so it's going to be lights off. We have all the curtains up so nobody can really see in. We have the strobe lights in. I got a phenomenal streaming. It's going to be streamed free on Facebook and YouTube, so tons of people are going to see it. And from the people who told me they're going to do the 155 qualifier, the qualifier itself, if you win that, dude, you're already one of the top guys in the world. It's going to be awesome. So this is really because I see a lot of people bitch about never getting their shot in these big tournaments. Now's the chance to bet on yourselves. It's a $50 registration. It's fucking nothing. It goes to help the prize money and all that shit, so that way we can keep doing this stuff. Bet on yourself. Everybody's like, oh, I could tap out John Calistine. Oh, I could tap out Jordan Hawley. Well, now's your fucking chance to earn it. It's going to be really fucking cool. So weigh-ins for both events will be morning of. We're going to do weigh-ins starting at 8 a.m. Matches will start around 5 p.m. For both the qualifier and the actual championship. The championship tickets are $30. The qualifier tickets are $20. This includes free beverages. And I got something cool going on for the competitors. So we have a bar right next to our gym, and they've offered to take their banquet hall. They don't really play poker and stuff like that. It's got a bunch of TVs, and let us use it. So once you're done competing, I'm going to have a pathway in the back. You're going to go out the back door. When you're done, when you lose, you're going to go to the private room in the bar. The fights are going to be streaming on the TV. So you'll be seeing the competition at the school next door from, the comfort of the bar, where there will be beverages, food, all that fun stuff. So it'll be a good time for you guys, even if you lose, because there can be only one. As far as the actual bracket, I dropped it today. I'm going to go ahead and share it to the screen because it's insane. I'm so excited about this. Let me find my button to share things. There it is. So, bracket. As you can see, 7 men in. And, obviously, bracket is always subject to change. But I don't think there's going to be a lot of dropping out in this one because all of these guys are fucking hungry for this title. We got Corey Brown. He had a phenomenal showing at the 155-pound Gambler Invitational. Had a studly match with Mr. Keith Krikorian, who ended up taking it. So that he's obviously one of the best competitors in Florida. There's a lot of people saying he is the man to beat in Florida at 155. So, he's a monster. He's beaten a lot of really good guys. So Corey's been around forever, and he told me that he's actually training full time for the first time. So I'm really excited to see that. Next, Robert Diggle, Danaher brown belt. He's been doing tons of stuff in traveling the world competing. People think he's one of the best leg walkers in the sport. Now he gets a shot at some crazy competitors. So I'm excited to have him in. Keith Krikorian, the winner of the Gamblers Invitational, ADCC vet. He's fucking won everything. Finishers, gamblers. I think he won the Midwest finishers, took silver at the trials. Keith is undoubtedly one of the best in the world at 155 pounds, especially under EBI rules. Keith has an EBI Overtime Masterclass on BJJ Fanatics. So he's got to be one of the favorites in this event. I have a really hard time picking a favorite, except for Werther. Werther's definitely not a favorite. He's definitely the underdog. But I have a real hard time picking a favorite in this fucking event because there's so many killers, So ADCC vet, Keith Krikorian. EBI champ, John Calistine. He was the last 135-pound EBI champ. He's told me he's walking around like 160 right now. He's pretty jacked. Jacked and tan, baby. Jordan's got me. Yeah, he won tons of sub spectrums. I remember watching that stuff. I remember watching Keith with his big old beard when he was just a little baby winning them sub spectrums. But John Calistine, the last EBI champ. Like the last EBI champ. They switched to combat jiu-jitsu right after. He's got a chip on his fucking shoulder. He told me, he's like, get me the best guys you can for this fucking tournament because I want to make a statement. So I'm fucking excited to see this. It's the return of the last EBI champion. It's like the last emperor, Fedor, the last champion, last EBI champion, John Calistine. He's a fucking monster. We all know that. But coming in, Jordan Holly, current Third Coast 145-pound champion. He just took out the Third Coast 155-pound champion. He's been on a fucking roll. He took out some monsters in the Shugyo, took out some monsters in combat jiu-jitsu before losing in overtime. He's been murdering on Submission Underground. He's a fucking real deal. And he's wanted a shot at some of these guys, Calistine, Diggle, Keith. He wants another shot at Keith. Or even other boys. I know he wants another fucking shot at that. Easily another favorite here. So I'm really excited about that one as well. Werther Marcialis, there's one reason I put Werther in here. And it's not because I want to see him lose. It's because I've been begging him for years to go down to 155 because that is his weight class. Werther's been winning everything on the regional scene at 170 and 185 pounds. He did Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds as an alternate at 185. He weighed in at like 165. This Rona stuff, he's been dropping weight, man. Like, he is a 155er. And he's been winning at 70 and 85 against the big boys, against some really good big boys, Like, he's got wins over like Elijah Carlton. He's got wins over Zach Edwards. He's got wins over some bad motherfuckers who are real 185ers. So I'm really excited to see the Robot Dolphin at 155 because I know his overtime game's insane. He trains with Sonny, trains with me, has his own school now. He could be a dark horse. I mean, obviously he's definitely not the favorite. Emil, don't even bring it. Oh, yeah, he's got to win over Aaron Harris. I thought you were saying get Aaron Harris in there. Yeah, I forgot he's got to win over Aaron Harris. Aaron Harris can't make 55. Then Mauricio Gomez, another motherfucker that doesn't care about size. Mauricio wants to make a fucking statement. I think he's only like 23 too. He's a young one. And a lot of people have been telling me he is like, if you're talking about the best 155ers in Florida, especially under these rules, people had two names. They had Corey Brown and Mauricio. So we get to find out which one's better. Mauricio just took on Cody Steele this weekend. I thought he did enough to win that match. I really did. Cody Steele's 185. Mauricio's going to be making 55. You know, he's another one like Werther. He likes to go with them big boys. He is super fucking entertaining. The alternates I have for this are fucking stacked too. Like my alternates aren't less than black belts, and they're not less than black belt world champions. You know, they're fucking insane. I wanted to do something big for my big return with Sapateiro. I think this is big enough. But if it's not, I'm going to have a fun side attraction during this event. I'm going to have an 8-man open weight catch as catch can modified rules. So I thought to myself, how do I piss off the whole catch community? Because they're a bunch of fucking trolls and morons. And I came up with it. Catch rules during regulation. And then EBI overtime. So 8-man, this one's a buy-in tournament. It's a 125 buy-in, $1,000 prize. So all the prize money goes into the pool. Winner take all. 8 minutes of regulation. 1 fall. You win by submission or pin. 3-second pin, both shoulders. And then if it goes to overtime, you have EBI overtime rules. Just like, you know, scholastic wrestling. Almost like referee's position, you know? But EBI rules. Because we want to see fucking submissions. I'm excited about that because I think they're going to be really exciting matches because you can't just lay there on your back. You know, I do think the pin forces action. It promotes submissions. And the overtime just gives it a twist, you know? So, going forward, this is my goal with Sapateiro. I'm dropping them down to 8-man tournaments, okay? That way, I have a stacked tournament. Like, you guys see how stacked this bracket is? Every fucking bracket will be this stacked. I used to like the 16-man tournaments because you can tell a story throughout the event, you know? It's exciting. And I just saw the EBIs and they had my fucking heart. But I realized, and you see it in EBI, there's a lot of feeders in there. You have a lot of people who don't belong in there. And they get turned into a highlight reel, which is cool. You know, maybe I'll go back to 16 one day and have some of those. But I wanted to have stacked fucking tournaments. So going forward, it's going to be 8-man tournaments. Prize money is going to go up. This one, we're going to do the prize money that I told everybody, the competitors and stuff like that. But I'm going to allow the money to be given out even for overtime wins. But starting with the event after 155, we're going back to original EBI rules. You only get paid for submissions and regulation. And I'm thinking about dropping not this 55er, but the next division I do after this down to 8 minutes. Because research shows the number of submissions in that last 2 minutes is super low. It's like 10%. So I'm considering going 8 minutes. I'm considering going 8 minutes just so people really have that extra cardio to push the action. And they're going to go for the kill because I'm not worried about these guys in the 155 tournament. They want to sub everybody. So I'm not worried about them. And that's why I don't have that cash incentive. But going forward, there's some fucking stallers out there. And the complaints I hear about EBI rules is, oh, we can just stall the overtime. Well, not if you want to get paid. That's what fucked up EBI in the first place. When that portion got removed, people started stalling more. If you want to get paid, you have to fucking submit. I'm not saying if you're not entertaining and all your matches go to overtime, but everybody was entertained, I won't throw you some money. Because I have a heart. But listen, people want to see fucking submissions. So I'm bringing it back. I'm making this shit fucking awesome. So, qualifier, July 18th, North River Jiu-Jitsu. $50 entrance fee. The winner of that tournament is going to get a custom blade from one of my sponsors, some swag and shit like that. If they're from out of town, I'll consider flying them in, but they get a spot in this bracket. They get to be the 8th man to prove that they're the best 155er under EBI rules on the fucking planet. So, Braden, Peter Yu says he wants in. I fucking love Peter Yu. Tell him to show up July 18th. Register at the link above. Now, listen, the link above has tickets for general admission, and it has tickets for the competitors. If you're trying to compete, do not pick that general admission ticket, right? Pick the competitor spot. $50 gets you a shot, gets you a chance to prove yourself, get you in to the tournament. Everybody else, come watch. Only 50 seats. Might move it up to 60. I got to measure things out. I'm going to know after the June 27th event just how many seats I can comfortably have in there. I don't want to make this big. If I wanted to make it big, I'd have a venue, you know? But for me, the problem with running Sapateiros, yes, Braden, July 18th. The problem with running Sapateiros to me in the past where I just didn't want to deal with the fucking spectators. I didn't want to deal with, oh, how many tickets am I going to sell? Fuck that. I want to make this shit exclusive. I'm not going to gouge prices, you know? I promise you, tickets will never go over $50 unless it's a fucking massive open weight, like a $20,000 open weight tournament. Then tickets will get a little expensive. But for these qualifiers, tickets are going to be $20, you know? The pro events, 30, 35, maybe 40. But this one's going to be $30. We're going to have free beverages. We're going to have an after party next door. Lights, cameras, action. It's going to be fucking professional as shit. I'm super excited for this. I'm ready to come back and I'm motivated, you know, and I'm excited with the twists I'm going to bring into it. So, again, if you want to get a spot in this 55 bracket, you got to qualify. My alternates are fucking stacked too. So, I got people fucking what's his name? Fucking just had a match with Jordan Hawley. Fucking submitted Joe Bays on Sug. Oh, goddamn. Andrew Alexander. Andrew Alexander's like, bro, I'm coming to that fucking qualifier. Andrew Alexander is going to fly from fucking Portland to Tampa to qualify for this shit because he thinks he can take this. Bet on yourselves, guys. Because even if you don't win the qualifier, it's going to be streamed. It's going to be a big fucking deal. Okay? Tons of people are going to watch. The last time I did an event on YouTube, a big one, 25,000 views. Okay? I don't want to hear shit. Oh, flow grappling this. Oh, fight past this. You want to be in front of a big fucking crowd, big audience. This is the fucking show, right? It's not going to be packed. I mean, it's going to feel packed because it's in my school, and it's going to feel packed because of the environment and the buzz. But if you want to be seen by tons of eyeballs, compete for me. Free on YouTube, free on Facebook. Tons of people are going to fucking watch. It's going to be fucking insane. Oh, and the one other thing that I'm doing differently now, no more coaching. I'm not letting coaches in. I have a small venue, you know? Fuck it. I'm going to have a rule. No fucking coaching. I'm bringing back that Japanese MMA feel, you know? Where we get to hear the silence, the panting, the breathing, and then you hear the shock and awe. You know, I'm going to make this shit fucking cool. You just fucking watch. I promise you. But no coaches. Limited spectators. It's going to be fucking amazing. I'm so excited. So get your tickets before they run out. 50 general admission for both events. I may end up with like 10 more when this thing sells out. I don't know. But I just put it at 50 on the low end, so I wanted to make sure I didn't oversell anything. I wanted to measure everything out, make sure everything looked good. Our first event back is June 27th. No spectators except for my students. No coaches. 16-man open weight tournament, $1,000 prize, lots of fucking stacked guys in that. I'm going to do a whole nother thing on that later this week just to pump that up a little bit. 5 p.m., June 27th, Sapateiro comes back. July 18th, the qualifier. It's going to be stacked. August 29th, the 8-man 155-pound division. The most stacked 8-man division in the submission-only fucking game. So fucking excited. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Have a good fucking day.